All right, Shalom. Kolo Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rekakodash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well and tell us this 100% truth. Peace, love, and salutations unto the house of David, the hopeful elect. You Akim out there pushing this word in truth and sincerity. To those of you likened unto the speckled birds scattered to the four corners, speaking in different tongues. Unto you we say Shalom. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, starting at verse 1. Hear my voice, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. All right, who was the wicked? Esau, Edom. All right, the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, which he's not white. All right. And he goes back to the biblical nation of Esau, Edom. All right, he's actually red. Okay, and the reason why, of course, he's red. All right, going back to the curse of Cain. All right, the lack of pigment in his body. Okay, basically him having been made a clean leper. You know, you can see his blood, you know, through his skin, man. Okay. Verse 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right. And they are the workers of iniquity, man. Okay. They are the ones that, let me see here. Let me go to Micah. All right, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in their power of their hand, you see? So they are the ones that devise iniquity, okay? They are the ones that work evil upon their beds. They practice it, all right, on a daily basis, okay, in front of your face, all right? They make you part of the rituals and the enchantments by way of the system that has been created, okay? Everything that's in the system, man, really, you know, the way that you have to respect women more than you respect yourself, okay? You have to adhere to the laws that this devil has implemented, you know, by way of his, you know, sacrifices, you know, unto idols, you know, and it just all goes back to him receiving his power from the left-hand side from the spiritual demon Satan, all right? But ultimately, all the things that he has done, all right, he even makes you part of that sacrifice or part of that ritual, you know? Verse 3, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. And that word whet, W-H-E-T, actually means sharpen, you know, who sharpen their tongue like a sword, basically is what it's saying, man. All right. And why? Because scripture says, all right, his words were smoother than butter. All right. But war was in his heart. This is also in the book of Psalms, chapter 55. I'll have to start at I can just get the point. Actually, I'm going to get verse 9. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. Okay? Man, what's that, man? All right, well, chiefly Babylon the Great, America. All right? But also spiritually Esau, Edom. All right? Because this is what encompasses Esau, man. Right? And then you could go to Psalms 50, of course. All right, let's see. Verse 16, but unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee? Right? There's also another one that, let me see, in Psalms, it says, let me see if this is, I think it's 68. Slovakia, bear with me. It definitely wasn't 68. It's in here. 40. No. Where the heck is it? $36. What did I say? 63. Psalms 36 and 4. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil. You see, so he cleaves on to everything that is wicked, man. All right. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? All right. And how do they do this, man? Well, we already know, man. All right. They devise that iniquity. They practice it. All right. They accomplish a diligent search, which we're about to hit next. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay. And let me actually get this in the blue letter. All right. What's that? 64. Yep. 64 and 6. Okay. Slovakia. All right. When you go to the word search, all right, it means a trick or plot. Okay. And of course, you have the etymology that goes into search or disguise, all right, to disguise oneself, all right, but the word itself, being something covert, all right, a trick or a plot, all right, and that's what he does, man, all right, that diligent search, man, he plots, all right, and basically this is inspired by, all right, this article from 2019, all right, and it reads, FDA approves first live non-replicating jab to prevent smallpox and monkeypox. All right. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration announced today the approval of Jynneos small and monkey jab live non-replicating for the prevention of the small P and the monkey P disease in adults 18 years of age and older, determined to be at high risk for the small P and the monkey P. All right. This is the only currently FDA approved thing for that prevention. Okay. Following the global small P eradication, the World Health Organization certified the eradication of naturally occurring small P disease in 1980. Routine jabs of the American public was stopped in 1972, and after the disease was eradicated in the U.S., a large proportion of the U.S. as well as the global population has no immunity. All right. Here we go. Therefore, although naturally occurring small P disease is no longer a global threat, the intentional release of this highly contagious virus could have a devastating effect. You see? What do you mean intentional release? All right. Today's approval reflects the U.S. government's commitment to preparedness through support of the development of safe and effective, jabs therapeutics, and other medical countermeasures. This will be available for those determined to be at high risk of either the small p or monkey p infection. This jab is also part of the strategic national stockpile, the nation's largest supply of potentially life-saving pharmaceuticals, which none of their medicine is life-saving. Okay, if that was the case, they would have released the cure for cancer. All right, which when you go into the actual history, they had cures that were documented in the courts back in the 20s and 30s, and even way before that. All right. Monkey P, which does not occur naturally in the U.S., is a rare disease caused by infection with that particular virus, which causes symptoms similar to the small p. All right. It is transmitted to people from various wild animals, such as rodents and primates. In 2003, the U.S. experienced an outbreak, which was the first time human monkey P was reported outside of Africa. All right. So that's the point there. Okay. Now, what I want to get is, let's see here. Bear with me. Bear with me. Here we go. This is 2022. U.S. to roll out 144 additional doses of the monkey P jab to fight outbreak. All right. The Department of Health and Human Services announced Thursday it is rolling out an additional 144,000 doses of a monkey P jab in an effort to curb the outbreak as cases continue to rise. Those additional Janelle's jab shots will begin shipping across the country on July 11th. All right. What's today? I believe today's July 7th or 8th. All right. HHS and the Centers for Disease Control have worked together to release 156,000 to states throughout the U.S. since the first cases were reported in May. All right. We're using every tool we have to increase and accelerate this availability. All right. In less than 10 days, we've made available 200,000 doses. Okay. The distribution has not been hassle-free. The first 1,000 doses of this particular jab were given to a single Manhattan clinic with no advance notice to the public. As a result, most of those who queued up at the clinic to receive the jab were made aware of the rollout through Twitter, yada, 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 a whole bunch of nonsense, okay? So, basically, and they're purchasing more, all right? They announced to purchase an additional 2.5 million doses to be used in current and future MP epidemics, all right? But, it's beautiful because, all right, what does 144,000 represent, all right? First off, of course, the most important, all right, it represents the elect, all right, the election, okay? But also spiritually, all right, it represents judgment, all right, destruction, because when salvation takes place, all right, and the elect are sealed, what's going to happen? Judgment is going to be brought forth, okay? And matter of fact, Jeremiah, okay, fishers turned hunters, all right? What's that, 16:16? All right, behold, I will send for many fishers, and that's what we're doing now, all right? Fishers of men, right? Saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. You see? So it's all spiritual, man. Of course it represents the elect. Of course it represents salvation. All right. But in this case, this is a representation of spiritual judgment, man. All right. Spiritual destruction. All right. Because we know that what these people are receiving, all right, is not for their good. That's why it says, if he have need of thee. Let's just get it. All right. The book of Sirach. I have to start up, I think, at the fourth. Sirach 13:4. If thou be for his profit, he will use thee. But if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. If thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yea, he will make thee bare and will not be sorry for it. Verse 6 being a point, if he have need of thee, he will deceive thee. All right. And smile upon thee and put thee in hope. All right. That's why it says in Isaiah 30, woe to you that go down to Egypt, put the covering that's not of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai spirit, man. All right. Because you believe this devil and put hope in him. All right. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Exactly, man. All right, because a serpent still bites, So he's going to laugh at your dumb behind, man. All right. Hey, you're going to get laughed at twice. All right. The Lord's going to laugh at you. All right. Where you say he'll laugh when a calamity comes. All right. And then this devil is constantly laughing at you, man. All right. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, and the elect are going to have the last laugh, man. All right. So, hey, Lord's what you was edified, man. We know that things are ramping up. All hell is breaking loose, man. You just had the Prime Minister of Japan got assassinated on video. You got this guy, Sleepy Joe Biden, who can't even read the teleprompter right. He just passed an executive order, for women's reproductive rights and all this other nonsense. All right. You have the countries joining up with Russia even more. You have Finland, going through their application with NATO. It's like, man, it's all going downhill, man. It's over. All right. It's completely over, man. Okay. You got the blackouts being discussed. All right. Let me see. All right. Energy export sounds alarm about green transition causing blackouts. It's already happening. Blah, blah, blah. And it's just all going down, man. It's all going down. So it's beautiful, to see this, man. All right. Because, hey, this is for us, Hey, and look at that. That's the spirit. Because this particular commercial is showing what? Spiritual power, man. It had the Jake with the cape on it, man. All right, but hey, Lord's will use other fighting closing. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, double honors to our elders and apostles, great millstone. Peace, love, and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.